Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Lovely J Podcast. This is Coco. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get on back off because I need to cut my hair on. It's kind of hot in here. But yesterday, well, first of all, let me just say I respect policy. Any policy that a business has, I respect it. However, what I don't respect is lies. I don't respect lies. So let me tell you what happened to me. I go to my doctor's office because I'm in really bad pain. And I'm talking about really bad pain. It's so bad, like I don't know if I'm having a stroke or a heart attack because I can't lift my left arm up. And I just don't know what's going on with it. I can move my fingers, but I can't lift my arm. No matter what I try, this arm is not lifting. And I said, well, I'd rather just go to my doctor's office than to, go to the emergency room. So I waited around and I went to my doctor's office and get up in there and lo and behold, the woman she just has a attitude with me. Ever since 2020, this woman has really had a nasty attitude towards me. And it was like, it's just a whole mess. So I'm just going to play y'all some of what I had recorded because I don't know. Once I saw the doctor standing outside by the trash cans, I kind of figured like something about to go down. Like they already, coming out letting me see them. And I'm like, I've never seen my doctor out there throwing out trash or anything. And I do feel like that was geared toward me. And I'm not just saying that. I do feel like the doctor was basically sending a message that, hey, I don't want you here. He didn't say it out his own mouth, but that's what it felt like because once I got in there, the woman was like, okay, what's your name and all that. And the woman know me. She knows me well, mind you. She knows me really well because I've been going there for like 10 years. She know my name and everything. But I gives it to her anyway. I ain't giving no hassle about that. And then, all of a sudden, she starts talking about, oh, okay, so we're not going to be able to see you today. Well, I'm going to let y'all hear it for yourself, okay? You have to listen really good. Sorry about that, y'all, but it is allergy season. Uh-oh, I got to find it again. I think it's right along here. I got to find it. I thought I had it. Y'all, hold up. I got to look for it. That's 2:15. I had the appointment. I don't have it right now. Yeah, this is it. After all this moving around. I did make a payment when I had the money. I did make a payment when I had the money. I don't have it right now. 277. It was just 130 something. One that was 147.77 and then one that's 125. No, that's not right. No, I want to see the doctor about this pain I'm in. That's what I want to do. I'm sorry, that's what you told me. She said we're not allowed to keep you So I can't see the doctor today? She said no unless you have a That's a yes or no? I said no, not unless you have a payment. I don't have a payment. Then I'll have to reschedule you. If y'all were going to do me like this, I could have went on to the hospital instead of being in pain. We didn't know yesterday and see if you had a challenge. ain't speaking with her if I'm not going to get seen. Can I speak with the doctor?
What are you here for?
I'm here for my arm. I can barely move it.
Yeah, she said we'll have to reschedule it.
You mean?
I'm sorry, dear. I'm not able to talk. I'm relaying the message.
Let me speak to her then. Y'all are full of it. You're full of it.
Message to the Unitarian Minister of House Speaker Mike Johnson say that the House of Representatives is addressing about anti-Semitism on college campuses and news.
Don't go and finish it off the phone. I'll just take you in there with her.
Okay, so after that point, I just went on and sat back down, and then I was like, you know what, this pain is getting worse, and they sent some other woman out to talk to me, and basically, you know, the woman lied. She said my bill was $277, and I say, how can it be that much when I've got this insurance here that's paying for this and paying for that? How are you coming up with that, you know? And it was just a whole lie. I do owe $125 that I try to make a payment on it every 3 months. What I have left, you know, whenever I go up there and get my blood work done, I pay something down on it whenever I go. But this time I didn't have nothing to pay down on it yesterday. I had to borrow gas money, okay, to get to the appointment. I had to borrow some money to get to the appointment. And then I get there and they tell me they can't see me. Listen, I respect policy. I do. I respect policy. If that man say that, no, I can't see you because you didn't make a payment, that's fine. But when you sit there and tell me I got a bill, my beef is with this other bill that's supposed to be paid. You calling out bills that's not even on the computer. You lying. That's the part that got me when she started saying $277. I was like, $277? That was a lie. And then to try to, you know, just, first of all, she didn't have to make the appointment, because I'm pretty sure when my name showed up, a little red flag showed up beside it that says bill overdue or something. Something had to show up to show her that. And why wait till I get there to tell me that? She could have told me that over the phone, that, look, you got an outstanding bill. We haven't had a payment in such and such time, so we cannot see you today. I respect that part. I don't respect the lies. And that's why I pulled out my camera and I started videoing yesterday, because I was like, wait a minute, now something is, you know, this isn't right. And I said, like, if I am having a heart attack or a stroke, you know, it's just going to be on y'all, because I came to you. They say don't go to the emergency room as much. Try to use your doctor as much as you can. And I did that. I tried to go to my doctor and was refused treatment. Nothing hurts more than a good lie told. Boy, she told that thing with a straight face. $277. I go back on to my site and there's no bill for $277. Because first of all I do is go there and get checkups. That's every 3 months. Like yesterday was one of the days I was really in pain. I rarely go to them unless I'm really sick. I've got to be really sick to go to a doctor or either going for my refills. Other than that, I don't really deal with them like that. I try to stick to myself because I know doctors are underneath this program where they can't really treat you the way you need to be treated anyway. So I try to stick to myself. And if you're a person on Medicaid and Medicare, you're considered as part of the system. So when the system starts to operate, they get the big payouts, but you get treated less than. Although they're getting quality money to treat you, but you get treated like garbage. So I didn't want to fuss. I wasn't finna fuss with nobody. I just wanted answers. And I said, just tell me again, why it is you're not seeing me? That's for my record. They have their records. I needed my record. I wasn't trying to be no difficult person or anything. I needed my record. And the woman said, well, let me go look at your account. And I'm like, oh no, can't do this thing. Like, everybody wants to keep looking at their account, and nobody's sitting here saying, well, she did say she was sick. She was in pain. Nobody cared anything about my pain. So therefore, there I was sitting in pain, and finally I decided, after sitting there for 2 minutes, you know what? I'm sick. I need to just go ahead on to the hospital and deal with them another time. Now, however, I get to the hospital. They did treat me a lot better than I was treated at my own doctor's office. I will be doing a review, and that's them if they get a low rating because, you don't treat people like that. I mean, she could have just told me, if she wouldn't have put the lie in there, the $277, if she would have just said, look, we can't see you because you didn't make a payment, that's fine. But that's not what she said. She didn't acknowledge the payments that I already had made, and she did not, and she lied about the other payments. So that's why I got upset. But I couldn't allow myself to get upset like that because I knew my blood pressure and stuff was already probably high because I've been in pain all night crying. I cried all night long with this arm. You hear me? I tried to baby this arm. I tried to give it loving care, and it was not having it. You hear me? And by the time I got to the hospital, I was short of breath. The pain was so bad, y'all. This was that kind of pain where you can't breathe with it. Like, every turn I was doing, it was like, I was getting out of breath. I mean, I was out of breath. By the time I walked up them steps and got in that hospital, I had to sit down to catch my breath before I could even register. That's how bad it was. And I was wheezing. Ooh. I was wheezing. But they didn't even do nothing to try to help me with that. But once I got settled down, my body started coming down. And I did an ultrasound to make sure there weren't no blood clots. Did x-rays. And they said they didn't see that. But I still can't. Oh, excuse me. I still can't really lift my arm the way I want to. It's lifting, but, not the way I want it to. Not the way it was before. I don't know what happened to my arm. I don't. It just came on. It was gradually coming on. It didn't all of a sudden come on. It took it about. First, I felt a pinch, like a little pinched nerve in my arm, on the side of my arm, and then it started feeling like. It started spreading throughout my arm. And then my arm started getting tender. I'm going to tell you exactly what it reminded me of. You remember them shots that they gave for corona? Them was some painful shots. After you take the shot, you could feel it when you took the shot, but you couldn't feel the worst pain of it until like a day or 2 days later, and your arm be sore for about 2 or 3 days. That's what it felt like. It felt like one of those, but I was so sore. Oh my goodness. It hurted. It's still hurting right now. I still cannot fully use it. I am moving it a lot better. They gave me a shot of Tortol and some hydrocodone. I don't like taking hydrocodone. It was really bad, though. I mean, my arm was so bad, I had to get assisted from my granddaughters to help me, dress myself and to take care of other businesses on myself. It was horrible. But I tell you, though, Medicare and Medicaid, one thing they gonna do is pay. They gonna pay for their clients. That's one thing they is gonna do. They gonna pay good money, too. They gonna pay, Medicare and Medicaid gonna pay good money for their recipients. They do. Their insurance is just about as good as Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They gonna pay. That's the thing about it. Their money is good. But whatever happened with those bills, I never agreed to that other bill either. They kept saying, oh, this is from an accident, that's from an accident. I mean, they came up with extra bills saying it was from an accident. And I'm like, no, the 145 was from the accident, which I've been paying on it. I actually made 3 payments on that, but I only saw where two was noted in the account. It's crazy. But it's all right, though. It's all right, though. They could be like that, hateful and mean. And the woman gonna tell me, can you cut that off? This is not a TV show. I said, I know it's not. I said, this isn't for you. This is for me. In case if something happened to me. Because, you know, when they tell us you got problems in your left arm, you know, they say that could be signs of a heart attack or a stroke. Especially when you can't lift it. I can't lift my arm. I couldn't lift it. Yesterday, getting in the car, like, putting on the seatbelt was so hard. Like, y'all, please, don't take limbs for granted, because I tried to put on my seatbelt. What usually would take me a second or two, now it's taking me every bit 10 to 15 minutes just to put on a seatbelt, just to move around. I remember before my arm went completely out, I had trouble cutting an onion. Usually it take me just a second to cut an onion, but here I couldn't lift my arm, so therefore, you know, cutting the onion was so difficult. Anyways, I just feel like I can respect your policy, but I'm going to need for you to respect me too and not lie like that. Because I'm sitting around there and there are people, you know, it's embarrassing, it's humiliating. And if there's supposed to be privacy laws and acts, you know, I think when you have outstanding bills, they should say, you know, wait a minute, let me send you to her. You need to go speak to her or something, you know. I can understand her job, but to try to make it harder on somebody who's already sick, that's a lack of compassion. That's a lack of empathy. And that's what we're dealing with in these days, is people who lack empathy, they lack compassion, and they're trained to do so towards certain ones. Now, if it had been somebody with a little more money or somebody who isn't on the list, I call it the list, the government program list, then they would have probably been treated differently. But by me being on that list, that group of systematic people, you know, who receive Medicaid and Medicare, and you can, if you really listen to what your doctor says to you, you can hear them how they classify you without even asking them anything. You can tell by the way they talk to you, how they treat you, just how much they feel about you. Now, because I do know I got health problems, that's why I still go ahead and attend my appointments. You know, I'm going to have to find another doctor. This is out of hand. That lie is like, if your secretary willing to lie like this on me just so I can't get seen, and then they want to make a big scene. They made the big scene. And then, so when I seen how they were making a big scene, running back and forth, getting each other, that's when I pulled out my camera. Because I was like, y'all not finna triple team me, quadruple team me like that. So that's when I started, you know, doing my thing too. I was like, okay, y'all want to do it like that? I'm going to make sure that I have a video here that helps me as well. And I said that matter of fact, I might can play it for you. I can play the video for you, but you'll probably have to, can I play this video? Do I have a clip of this video that went out yesterday? I have not put this video up, and I don't know if I will even put it up, because it's just really so embarrassing to get done like this and to have to. I didn't act out of character or anything, but I did let them know that I was standing my ground for my health care. Especially when you get Medicaid and Medicare. Come on now. people with long-term illnesses, we have to have that extra help to pay for our medicines that we receive every month. Let's see. Y'all, I hear a fly in here, and it seems like that fly has been talking every time I talk. Okay. So Okay, so this is the receptionist that was talking when I told her to tell me again what it was. Again, why I'm being refused treatment? No, this is not funny. I don't have time to wait. I got to go to the hospital so I can get some treatment.
I'm not the one that said it, so I'm not saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. She denied that she was the one that said it. No, you just told me I was refused treatment because of a bill. One bill, I don't even know what that bill is because I have Medicaid and Medicare.
I'm trying to get her to explain it to me.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm in pain. You think I'm going to sit and fuss with you about that? I'm recording this because I'm going to get me a lawyer. Because you the one told me that. You told me that. I can't get treatment because of an unpaid bill where I have Medicaid and Medicare. See, you want me to act out, but you ain't getting that. It's not the first time I've had problems with y'all either. Y'all don't be scheduling my appointments, not answering my phone calls. At this point, y'all, she gets up and walks away from me. So there's nothing to see on that. She gets up and walks away. But the honest truth is, I respect policy. I don't respect lies. And I had never said anything about it up until now. About, how they really have been treating me. And the truth be told, I've really been getting treated bad since 2015. In 2015, they started mixing up the records. They mixed my sister's records up with mine. And from there, it seemed like they just didn't try to do better. They didn't want to do better. Had me doing all these tests on machines that did not even work. They said out their own mouth the machines didn't work. But yet Medicaid and Medicare got paid for it. See, I told you, Medicaid and Medicare, they pay good for their recipients. Because this is government money. They pay good for their recipients. To have care, equal care. Equal care as if I was paying out of pocket. That woman got up and walked off. Bless her heart. She always so mean. But they're going to get enough of that, though. Because, to lie on somebody is just devastating. My last payment, by the way, was made in February. I told you, I'm trying to do it like every 3 months. Like whenever I go in, pay something on it. Every time I go in, I need to go ahead and get it paid off. And that's easier said than done when you're in my shape. But I just feel like I don't even think I would have even pulled out my camera. But it's the way they was. You get 3-4 nurses ganging up on one person. It was. All of them start going to the corner and talking and trying to act like somebody finna do something. They was not acting professional. They never have acted professional either. Because I go in there, when I first started going there, they was fine. They was okay. I was okay with them up until 2022. When 2022 came in, that's when they started acting funny. Like, when my name got on that blacklist, that's when they started acting funny. That's when I started noticing that, hey, they're not doing things that they supposed to do. They wasn't letting me know what my test results were. My test results right now still have not been charted from the last set of tests I did. they, and I hate this for this to sound like Dr. Bashing Day, doctor office. The doctors speak well, nice, and verse to you, okay? Because they know how far to go with you. They let their assistants and secretaries do the nastiness. One nurse, she got where since 2022, she was hurting my arm every time she draw my blood. Like, it was like she just hated me with a passion for what? I don't know. I guess because I'm on the list, and you know when you're on the list, your name go out to all these providers and all that, and you know, once somebody starts that smear campaign on you, it's hard to get anybody to treat you like you're a human. So they try to dehumanize me by trying to make me feel less than, or by trying to say, you know, you can't have treatment because you don't have a payment today. It's all right, though. It's all right, y'all. But anyways, I thank God that I'm not in the pain I was in yesterday. I am still in pain, however. But I'm able to hold my phone, and I was able to touch my face with my hand. So that's a good sign that I am healing off the pain medication that I was given. And I read somewhere that I need to ice it. Probably out that doctor's paper. Anyway, the hospital diagnosed me with some kind of, they just said arm pain. They didn't give no specific name or anything. They just said ice it, arm pain and shortness of breath because I was short of breath. What else? They ran all their tests and didn't find nothing, so they say. But y'all know how that is. We got to go behind doctors these days and read out the things for ourselves that we can read on. Let's see what else. I know I'm having to drink extra water because these pills are just like, I do not know how people who, I just don't see how they can pop pills just for the fun of it or just to get the highness out of it. Have to drink so much water. Like, my throat is so thirsty right now. I rested good. No, I didn't. I kept getting up through the night. Because my arm was hurting. I didn't rest that good. When I did get there, my blood pressure was high. It was 211 over 1 something. I want to say 150, 148, 147. I don't have my paperwork in front of me, but it was high. And after he gave me the shot, it did come down some, not much, because I was still in pain. Even with the shot they gave me, it was enough to get my arm back, the bottom part of my arm moving, but the top part is still kind of like glued to my side, like glued to my armpit. That's what it feels like. And when I try to extend it, it still got pain. Like, it feels like a pull muscle. That's, just a real sharp nerve pain. But hopefully, by this afternoon, I have complete range. I'm going to keep doing these range exercises that I've seen on the internet. I think Google and the internet is good for some things, because some things doctors aren't going to tell us. And when you're on the blackball list, they're not going to tell you everything that you can do. You have to figure it out for yourself. They'll treat you if your payments are up to date. But they will not tell you everything that you can do for yourself that doesn't cost out of pocket. So I surfed the net and I saw where they had these towel roll exercises, and that'll help with the range of motion. So anyways, I didn't get to see the doctor yesterday. I did not get to see my primary care doctor. And I don't know what to say on that. I'm just going to leave that alone. I do know that sometimes we just outgrow people. And instead of trying to stay in that same place, we need to go ahead and trust God to get up out of those holes that we dig for ourselves. Those places that make us comfortable. And I think one day I'll tell it, but not right now. Because right now, I'm just trying to get well, and I know I have so many people against me right now. People I don't even know are against me right now. And this is not a paranoid delusion. I'm telling y'all, it's like some weird stuff out here. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then I pray you don't never have to find out like I did. All right. All right, y'all. Well, I'm finna get up out of here. I got to go get me something to eat. So peace, love, and happiness. Y'all have a great day.